You guys, what is going on with Kadena and KDA? Is it going to make it through the bear market? What's going on with the ecosystem? Let's talk about it. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Don't listen to what I'm doing. People are losing crazy money in crypto. It's very risky. Okay, so I'm going to go over first what I am somewhat bullish on, the news that I like to see. Then we're going to talk about things that I am less excited about, things I think will hurt the price of KDA moving forward. Let's get into this. So this is sentiment.net. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. This is showing the price up here in green for KDA. Here, FTX crashes, goes down and burns. Guys, don't keep your crypto on exchanges right now, central exchanges. I mentioned this month, two. Whenever Celsius crashed, I talked about this. I pulled all my crypto off all the exchanges. So if you're stuck in FTX right now or in any of these Gemini, I feel for you. I have stuff on Celsius. It sucks, but the self-custodial wallets holding our crypto, that is the point, right? The point is not to be giving it to these centralized entities. Anyways, that's my little 2 cents about that. Now, development on KDA. Some good news here. Some bullish news. We have growth here. This is over the 3-month period. However, comparing to Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, these other layer ones, they are doing way more. They have way more activity on the chain. I did videos about them, and actually APT has a lot of development. I did a video about that as well. I can link those down in the description if you want to check them out. But we are growing. So long term, I do like to see that. I do care a lot about development in tech. That's important. The developers are building things, building hopefully products, services that solve problems for people. That's what we want in the long term. But as you can see, price here does not correlate to development at all. This is the price of Kadena down at, 89 cents right now. And that is crazy. If you're in Kadena, if you were buying Kadena months ago, unless you got in real early, I hope you took some profits. I didn't take profits, which was a mistake. And as a huge learning experience for the next bull run, definitely taking profits on these things. I would have never suspected KDA would get this low. But who knows with these things, right? They're very speculative. They're very risky. This is a very risky project still, even though there's so many people who are bullish on it. You're probably bullish on it if you're watching this. I am bullish long term, but I'm going to go over the things that do concern me and things I'm kind of bummed about with the Kadena ecosystem and how it's built. But the tech is exciting. The tech's awesome. The proof of work aspect of it, I used to not like that as much, but with seeing all these other cryptos and proof of stake and the centralization issues they have, I think that that's an awesome selling point and separates Kadena from other things. Let's talk about the ecosystem here. Projects, 53, last time I checked, a few months ago. My last video I made, I think, is a 46. So we've gained 7 projects for Kadena on the blockchain. It's just not enough projects. It's just still a very early project. The chain itself, everything is early, but hopefully this is the kind of thing that they're building it correctly. They're taking their time and they're building the foundation correctly. That's what the CEO has said. That's what the interviews have said that I have listened to. I'm hoping that's the point, and that's why it's not taking off so much. That's something that maybe concerns me with APT, or like Solana had super fast growth. It exploded, had bunch of adoption and projects on the chain, and it had a huge bull run, crashed. It's crashing and burning right now. If you are a Solana hater, if you're a Kadena fan and you want to hate on Solana, you're probably enjoying that, or I don't know. But I'm in all of them, kind of. I'm in Solana, I'm in Avalanche, I'm in Kadena, I'm in Ethereum, I'm in Cardano, Bitcoin, because I don't want to necessarily be sure and know, and I'm trying to diversify my risks amongst those altcoins and those coins. And That's kind of my strategy. So I see Kadena as a more risky investment at this point than something like Ethereum or Bitcoin, which I hope you would do as well. But some of you guys are KDA maximalists, which is cool. Whatever. Hey, we all have our plans. There's a lot of upside to Kadena. These things could be crazy. Now, they released recently that this app here is building on the Kadena blockchain. It seems like a cool project. It seems like it has a cool mission, or the problem they're trying to solve does seem cool. It's like an NFT, creates proof of ownership for luxury brands. Now, the weird part about this is if you go to the website, you click on Start Now, you get an email, info@the-tech or info@DNA Tech. I don't know why. What is this? What am I looking at right now? This is so bizarre. You go sign in. Oh, I guess you can sign in. But if you go to learn, or you go to build, you go get in touch, email. Doesn't seem like this thing was ready to launch. I don't know if this should be like a huge promotion for the company, for Kadena. I don't know if I don't really see this as great news. I kind of see this as nothing. This seems kind of like nothing at this point. They did state that history in the making, at Sotheby's is auctioning off a rare piece of jewelry with provenance verified by the DNA Tech and stored on the Marmalade NFT on the Kadena IO blockchain. Marmalade does seem awesome with Kadena. I'm excited to see what happens with Marmalade. But this, I don't really get it. It doesn't really seem like it's operational. The website is horrendous for the user experience, and unfortunately, that is what it is. Next up, one of my bigger concerns I have with Kadena, and I hate to be hating on Kadena because I'm sure you're probably bullish. I don't want to just like spread FUD or bash on it. But hey, I want to like give you guys what I'm seeing, and I think that there is a scenario where we still make money with Kadena, and it could still be a very successful blockchain in the future. But we should know the fundamentals, and especially the tokenomics. I do a deep dive into tokenomics in another video if you want to check it out. But just like reiterating what's going on here, if you don't know the inflation of Kadena, this is extremely important to see. And right now we're almost 2023, so we're at about 200 million. I believe we're almost 200 million in circulation. But this thing is going to go up, let's see, 200 to 300. Actually, it's not as horrible as I originally thought, but we're doubling in 5 years. So it's quite a bit of inflation. But does that mean it won't go up in the next bull run? But it does create a lot of sell pressure. There's a lot of the inflation like this creates a lot of sell pressure. There's the mining emissions, which is the tokens that are created by miners. And then there's the platform emissions, which is a pre-allocated amount of tokens that are designed to support the ecosystem. So Kadena can give free gas and free transactions to consumers, which is great for the consumer. It's great for it can be great for the developers, but as we've seen with Ethereum, where the fees are so expensive, it seems bad, but it does bring value to the holders of the coin. And what's interesting is if you think about something like Ethereum right now, big whales or even people that just hold and stake. I'm not staking any of mine at this point because the staking still seems a little bit sketchy. But when we're talking about eventually when Ethereum gets to the place where it can really stake, basically the people who are using the chain are giving away pieces of their Ethereum to the stakers. Not directly, it's not exactly how it goes because the fees are burned, but essentially the pie kind of gets allocated to those who just kind of hold and stake, and it doesn't incentivize uses of the chain, which is unfortunate, but it also does create value for the holders. Now, something like Kadena doesn't really generate anything from fees, and there's basically just mining emissions. It seems quite good for the miners, but it's so volatile at this point, and the price of the miners can be so high. It seems like a very risky investment to getting into the mining. But if you are super bullish, you do believe in Kadena in the long term, could be big time. But I think based on this emissions and inflation, we're very likely the next bull run we will see a kind of pump and dump, not necessarily a pump and dump, but a pump, and then there will just be too much sell pressure, not enough long-term sustainable demand for the coin. People will get afraid because if they've been in it, they'll have seen how far it can come down, which we weren't expecting. Yeah, that's that. Anadec.com. I don't want to understand why this happened. There used to be a platform here that gave me transactions per day, it gave me hash rate, it gave me number of wallets, gave me all these analytics on Kadena, and it's just gone, and I can't find it. I've been searching the internet. If you know of any place, definitely share it with us. Comment it in the video. I'd love to find another place to see the on-chain analytics for Kadena, because that's really important to me when I'm buying these tokens. I want to be able to see what's really going on the blockchain. Kaddex, this is their the centralized exchange. It's on Kadena. They say it keeps developing, but you look at how many coins we got here. Not very many. I don't even know what a lot of these things are. I don't care about them. They're, except for Flux. Flux is dope. Flux is dope. But I would love to see more going on with Kaddex. There is feeless swaps, which is quite awesome. Definitely haven't seen that. And like I said, it's great for the user. Not sure if it's great for the holder of Kadena. Not sure if Kadena is creating the demand for the token based on their ecosystem. So we're just going to see how that goes in the long term. If you are liking this content, liking this video, please like it. It costs you nothing. It helps me out a bunch. I'm trying to, just keep bringing you guys content, making these videos. I enjoy it. I love crypto. I like the space. It's very intense. It's very intense in this bear market, having your portfolio fluctuate this much. But I am still bullish in the long term. And, seems like the strategy has now become we buy in the bear market and we ride the bull. We take profits. Take a lot of profits and decrease our risk, because there's just it's so hard to say which one of these things could just tank and how far it's going to go down in the next bear market. And speaking of that, this is here we're looking at Kadena, 87 cents right now for Arcadia. Holy moly, the all-time high was $27 not too long ago. If you bought at $27, I feel bad, but I definitely FOMO'd into Kadena way too high. I didn't put in a huge amount, but yeah, definitely one of my more getting wrecked projects. Definitely a learning experience in the altcoins, the deep end of the altcoins. So it's just, we got to know, even though the tech seems so awesome and there's a great community for Kadena, there is a very strong community for Kadena, which is really cool. And I like the founders and I like a lot about it, but like, look at what's happened to these things, man. I mean, look at this. This is just this is crazy. But it's a very young blockchain. And if it continues, if it keeps going, I think it'll have another bull run, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if it breaks, if it can do a pop off top and break its all-time high, we're looking at big, huge upside. But anyways, looking at the layers of support here, we had support like $1.50, $1.40. We were here in the $1.50, $1.40, $1.60 range. We lost that support during FTX. There is a shout out to whoever my boy is who commented to buy at 79 cents. He has a buy order. He said he placed a buy order for 79 cents a while ago. He could be spot on with that, but just in between that, 70, 80 cent range support and down here to the 30 cent range, that could be a possibility. I'm not sure if I want to take that risk right now and the amount of time that we could still be in this bear market. It could be another year. I'm ready for that. Could be another 2 years, could be 2024. So I'm expecting that when I'm looking at projects, and want to be okay with that when putting money into these things, and want to be allocating a kind of risk thought out percentage of my portfolio. So right now, who knows? Right now, 87 cents, you can make a kill. This could be, this is 20, 30x to get back up to all-time highs. So could be amazing. Who knows? Anyways, keep aping, keep hodling, be careful out there, guys, and enjoy. Woo!